guys, it's me Tianna. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on this channel, but one of the videos that I uploaded previously was an ARC notebook video. And I kind of walked you through how I made my own ARC notebook so that I didn't have to buy all of the pieces and the whole system from Staples. Now that video has gotten quite a few views in the last few years, and I figured that it was probably time that I made an updated video. So the last version that you saw was this style of ARC notebook, where I had made these glitter ombre folders, and I had actually used these as the cover for my ARC notebooks. Now, I've changed this up a little bit for a couple of reasons. Number one, now that I'm in university, I don't get as many handouts, and so I don't really need the folders to put handouts in to bring them home so that I can punch them to put them in these notebooks. Now, the other reason is that over time, and with lots of wear and tear, the glitter on these folders has started to come off. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I make covers for my ARC notebooks now, a little more tutorial style, so that hopefully it clears up any questions you guys had from my previous video. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Before I jump into how we actually make these notebooks, I wanted to run through some of the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need these rings. Now you can buy these rings at Staples separately. They sell them for like the expansion packages. I don't know if you can get the rings this small. I think these are actually off of a notebook that I bought a long time ago before I figured out how to make them myself. So you probably end up with the bigger rings, but I actually recommend those if you're going to be using this for something like school. You're going to be adding to it quite a bit, and you're probably going to end up with a lot of paper in it. So the bigger rings are better. And the next thing that I have is the ARC punch. Now, I know that this is a bit of an investment and not everybody wants to spend money on it. So I did talk in my last video how you can use a single hole punch, and you basically just like punch the hole and then cut like little slits up. It does work the same, but it's much slower. And since I already have the ARC punch, that's what I'm going to be using in this tutorial. Now, the other thing that you're going to need is paper to put inside your ARC notebook. I always opt to get the just lined loose leaf paper from Staples. I do, however, get this stuff, the heavyweight refill paper. It just flips a little bit better in the notebook, and it's a little more durable. If you're going to be using it every day, you want paper that's actually going to stay in and not rip out. I have these dividers. You're going to want the ones that are like plastic and then have the colors, because this is how we're going to be making the cover of our notebook. Now, I have two packages. This one is an incomplete package from the last time I made a notebook, which was last year. And then this one is so that I can actually use a full set of dividers to put in my notebook. So if you want to use this method and you want dividers in your notebook, you're going to want to get two packages. Okay, so for step one, I'm actually going to be dismantling this notebook so that I can use the rings in my new notebook. So now that these rings have been pulled out of my binder, or my ARC notebook, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these Avery dividers that we talked about at the beginning, and I'm going to pull one out, whichever one I decide that I want to use. And the important part to note is this colored part. Now we are going to get rid of this and make this edge flat so that we can use this plastic as our cover. We're going to pull the colored part off, just like that. And then you're going to be left with just this clear plastic tab. You can kind of see there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take scissors and we're going to cut this straight off. And then you're left with just a piece of pretty flexible plastic that's straight, and that tab is now gone. You're going to repeat this step exactly the same way until you have two of these plastic sheets. One for the front cover, one for the back cover. Now that you have your Avery divider with no tab on it, what we're going to go ahead and do is actually punch the side that already has these three holes so that they fit around the ARC discs. The ARC punch is not made to punch plastic, so you are doing this at your own risk, although I've been doing this for 3 years now and I've never had a problem with my ARC punch. This is the same ARC punch that I've had the whole time that I've been using the ARC notebook system, so I just wanted to put that little disclaimer in there. You're basically just going to go ahead, put this in. I am lining this center hole up here. You can see with kind of the middle hole in the punch. And then you're going to go ahead and just push down. Usually push down twice. And when you slide it out, you can see that these are the holes that you're left with. So like I was saying, I just try and line this middle hole up here. It does weaken this link, but if this hole here or this hole here end up conjoining with the arc punch holes, then it really weakens these two links, and that's actually more detrimental when you're flipping through your pages because the end is so close that they tend to be a little bit weaker to start with. So I usually just do the middle one, and then I don't have any problems. Now, if you're planning on putting dividers in your notebook, I would go ahead and punch those now. That way, all of the plastic has gone through your arc machine all at once. You can pull those clippings out, and then you can begin to clip your filler paper. I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. So now our last and final step is just to punch all of our filler paper. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. So now that we have all of our pieces prepared, we have our two cover pieces that we punched where we cut off the tab. We have our dividers, if you choose to put dividers in, that are punched. We should have a hefty stack of arc paper, and this took me no time to punch, like maybe 2 minutes. And then you should have your rings. So now we're just going to put it all together. I need some space to think this through. Call me all night long. Try to give you hints and a hard to see. Right on the line, no. Losing it on you's the last thing I need. If I'm honest, I'll just make you cry. And I don't want to fight with you. So, there you guys have it. That is my new and improved How I Make My Arc Notebooks tutorial style video for today. I do have my finished product here that I want to show you guys. You may have been confused at the beginning why I chose to use these clear covers for my arc notebooks instead of something that was colorful or opaque. And the reason for that is because I like to just be able to print off a Google Images image that I think is cute. I don't own this image, I just liked it, and I thought it would be a cute cover on my notebook. It says, "Don't make me use my teacher voice," which I think is fitting for my teacher's college notebook for this year. So I printed that off, I put it behind, and when I get sick of it, I can easily change it out, which is the beauty of having this clear cover. It makes it really easy for me to personalize these notebooks. So I hope that that cleared up some of the questions that you guys may have had based on my previous video. If you still have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my abilities. Thanks, guys. Bye. So there you guys have it. That is my new and improved How I Make My Arc Notebooks tutorial style video for today. I do have my finished product here that I want to show you guys. You may have been confused at the beginning why I chose to use these clear covers for my arc notebooks instead of something that was colorful or opaque. And the reason for that is because I like to just be able to print off a Google Images image that I think is cute. I don't own this image, I just liked it, and I thought it would be a cute cover on my notebook. It says, "Don't make me use my teacher voice," which I think is fitting. So I printed that off, I put it behind, and when I get sick of it, I can easily change it out, which is the beauty of having this clear cover. It makes it really easy for me to personalize these notebooks. So I hope that that cleared up some of the questions that you guys may have had based on my previous video. If you still have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks, guys.